What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back with another e-bike review. This one is an EUYBike K6 Pro. It's a long-range fat tire bike, and it is on a very big sale right now. So if there's ever a time to consider getting this bike, it's right now. So here it is, the EUYBike, the K6 Pro. This is a very unique looking bike. It's definitely different, and that's what I really like about it. It's a cool looking e-bike, and it's pretty fast because it's got a relatively big motor. It is foldable, which is good for people that are in small spaces like apartments, campers, RVs, things of that nature. They tend to want things like that. This is a very capable bike, and take a look at this. I love the headlight on this thing. This headlight, I swear it's as big as the headlight on my motorcycle. And when the headlight's not on, the rings around the light, it's like some Tron bike. They light up like an interesting looking halo, and that headlight is super, super bright. So let's start off with the most important thing, the battery, right? This thing has a huge battery. This is a 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery. I almost can't say that without laughing. 25 amp hour battery. The range on this thing, 50 to 55 miles on throttle alone. There's your half twist throttle. That's pretty insane. If you use pedal assist, you can get 80 to 88 miles. Next, let's move down to the next insane part of this bike, the motor. This hub motor, no, it is not 750 watts. That is 1,000 watt hub motor. Are you kidding me? They made this bike insane, absolutely insane. How about the maximum load? How about 400 pounds? Recommended rider height is going to be 5'7" to 6'5", and it has intelligent pedal assist with 5 different levels. The tires are 20-inch by 4s, and I love the smaller 20-inch bikes. I really do. They feel so much more manageable and controllable. The 4-inch fat tires are going to make it great for on and off roading. Next, we have the half twist throttle, and right next to the half twist throttle, you've got your Shimano shifter and your Logan hydraulic brakes. That's right, mineral oil hydraulic brakes on this bike. And while we're on the subject of brakes, let's take a look at the rotors. We have 160 millimeter brake rotors as well. Total charging time on this from dead empty to full is about 8 to 9 hours. You do have a maximum speed limited by law here in the United States of right around 28 miles an hour. The torque, listen to this, guys. Torque from this motor, 96 Newton meters. It has a magnesium frame, which is going to be very strong, however, relatively heavy. This bike weighs 81 pounds with the battery attached. So it's not a lightweight bike by any stretch of the imagination, but it is foldable, and you do have a folding stand right there as well. Now the folding aspect of this it's a little different. This is the only one like it I've ever seen, and it's one of those where you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And you got like a twist screw right here. You turn it until it starts getting tight, and this loosens it up, and at this point it's ready to fold. Now, I don't know if I can do this one-handed because of how heavy this bike is, but I'll sure give it a try. And I don't remember which way it goes. Like this. Oh, I can do it one-handed. I think. Yes. And set it down. There you go. I can't believe I just did that one-handed. No joke. That really wasn't bad at all. Now, I know it still looks kind of awkward, and it definitely still takes up quite a bit of space, but if you're limited on space as far as the front to back goes, well, you can make it a little bit wider side to side by folding it in half. I don't know if I can fold it back again with one hand, but why don't we give it a try? I'll lift it up by the handlebars, and I'll use bingo and set it right back down. And then you go back to your screw, and you just tighten it back up again. So, very interesting, and I love the color. Make sure it's good and tight. There we go. So you've got a derailleur guard, which is nice, Shimano derailleur, and an 8-speed transmission, 800-pound shock here, and of course your dual shocks on the front with lockout and preload adjustments. So the next thing that's really interesting about this bike is this giant seat The thing is huge, super thick padding. And I think it's on springs too. It's on springs as well. And then you got the shock absorber under. I mean, this thing is, it's kind of a radical bike. You know what I mean? It really is kind of a radical bike. Here's the display. And let's go ahead and turn it on. Power button is just right over here where my finger is. I've already put 2.6 miles on it, so I've got an idea of what this bike is about. I'm gonna tell you straight up already, I love I love this bike. Here's your pedal assist up and down. Okay, we've got 5 levels showing right here. Mileage there, battery there, speed right there. Information menu, I don't know what that'll take you through. Probably, yeah, trip, maximum speed, average speed, and time on the bike. So now that we've gone through all the specifications and how to use it, which is really simple, push the power button to determine what pedal assist you want to be in and what gear you want to be in, and down the road you go. Why don't we take it through its paces out here on this pretty rough terrain. All right, pedal assist 5, because I like to go fast. I've got the shifter in 8th gear, so you see what I mean? This sucker just launches. I'm already at 20 miles an hour already. We just started. Hydraulic brakes, slow down really nice. The seat is insanely comfortable. Those are some pretty big bumps we just went over right there. Not a problem at all. See what I mean? Dirt, sand, not a problem. Goes right through it, man. This is nothing. And I'm really surprised at how comfortable that was. That was not hard on my back or my rear. Very nice. Now there is this little obstacle course right here that I kind of like to play with a little bit. This is kind of rough terrain here, but I find it's kind of a challenge, and every time I go through it, I swear I find something different to get into. But there are, yeah, this is a rough little spot here. I came through it earlier. Oh boy, this is no joke. Oh my goodness, can we go over these rocks? We just did that. Yeah, we just did that. Oh my. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. I seem to have lost you there. I don't know if I don't know how well that came out on video, but this bike has no issue going over some crazy terrain, man. This is not something that I would recommend taking most regular bikes on, but let me see if I could do this a little slower for you guys. Look at these rocks. This is all rocks right here, and we just went over all of them. All of this rugged terrain is not a problem at all. Not a problem. Good night, man. Let me straighten you guys out a little bit. Camera mount. 20 miles an hour like it's nothing. 23. Oh my goodness. You gotta watch this bike. It likes to go fast. I haven't even started pedaling yet. This is all just throttle. And I'm telling you, if you want a bike that wants to play, and you want one that's not gonna break the bank, I've been doing a lot of kind of budget-minded bikes, because not everybody has a bunch of money to spend on an e-bike, right? Well, this one, $1,300 and change. $1,300 and change. This is normally like an $1,800, $1,900 bike, guys. So, steeply discounted right now, and I don't think you would regret picking this up. Let's see if we can get up these rocks. Whoa! Come on! Oh, I about lost it. I about lost it. I went too slow. I went too slow over that. We got to try that again. We got to try that again. We're going to get it this time, guys. We're going to get, I mean, it made it. It made it. In all fairness, it made it. I was going too slow, though. It's nerve-wracking going over these big rocks, man. You know what I mean? Really. There it is. Look at that. We made it. We made it. We made it. The suspension on this, really nice. Really, really nice. I mean, this is horrible terrain we're going over. I'm riding over sticks and twigs, and it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Look at this thing. It just eats anything that's in front of it. It doesn't care. Sticks? Who cares? Rocks? Who cares? Yeah, get it, man. Get it. Oh, wow. Man, this bike is great. This is great. I used to ride off-road right here, but I can't see what's down there anymore. It's all overgrown with weeds, and I'm here to tell you, with the rattlesnakes that we got out here, no, man. It's hot, it's wet, humid, no. No, thank you, but I will. Let's try this. Let's just go off-road here. Let's see. Big dip, real big dip. Not a problem. Come out this way, no problem. I've never ridden over here before. I have no idea what's over here. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Shook the camera, didn't shake the bike. The bike just wants more. Let's take this out on a flat surface, a nice road, and let's see how it does there. Listen to this horn, guys. Golly, crazy. All right, let's just hit the throttle and let's roll. Well, you can feel the front end lift up. 20 miles an hour, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Are you serious? 29 and a half. Yeah, 29 miles an hour. That's up there with some of the fastest e-bikes I have ever tested. Wow. Let's see what it does downhill. And this is throttle only. I'm not pedaling at all. 30, 31, 31.7. That's it. 31.8. 31.8 is as fast as this is going to get with my 5'11" and a half, 222 pound self on it. Going up the hill, throttle only, 22, 21, 20, 19.8. It dropped down to 19.8 miles an hour up a pretty steep incline. And now we're back to 25 miles an hour, 26. Oh yeah. This thing rocks, man. This bike really does get it. Let's jump off road here. Like I said, this is one that just eats anything you throw at it. It is happy to take whatever you want to throw at it, man. Big bump. Turn. Very nice. The only thing that I can think of that this bike is really missing, I don't care about turn signals. I don't think turn signals are all that important, but a brake light. It has a tail light. You can, I think it's got two modes. It can flash or it can stay solid on, but there's no actual brake light to let people know that, like, hey, I'm slowing down. You know what I mean? But still, we're doing 30 miles an hour on a back road. Big bump, not bad. How much can I lean this thing? We're doing 22, 20. I'm doing 20, 20, held 20 miles an hour into the curve. I'm gonna do a little pedaling. Let's do a little pedaling to see how that does. Still holds us out right around 22 miles an hour, 24 going downhill, 26, 27. Oh yeah. Man, this bike flies. All right, guys, here we go. Full steam ahead. Oh yeah. Let's climb this. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you, it makes me feel like a damn kid again, you know? Woo! Oh! Woo! Yeah! Guys, I could do this all day. I could do this all day. But unfortunately, our time has come to an end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the EUYBike. This sucker, I hammered on it, man. I think in fact, I know I put this one through more than I've put any other bike through. And I think the reason being is, like, the more I do this, the more I want to push it a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further. And unfortunately for this bike, this is the time I decided I really wanted to push it, man. And it held up absolutely great. It really did. I know the headlight's not gonna do you much good in broad daylight, but take a look at those projectors right there. Those are beautiful projectors. And at nighttime, man, this thing, no joke, from here all the way down to the end of the street, it can light a path from about right in front of your tire, and it spreads out wide all the way out. The headlight on this is absolutely phenomenal. I was not quite sure what to expect when I decided to take this thing jumping and really playing, and it impressed me. It really, really impressed me. This is a phenomenal bike, and I say that with all of them because they really are. They're all good bikes, but this one was a lot of fun. So there's your tail light. There's a button right under here. You got to find it, feel around for it. You'll feel it protruding, and you turn it off, strobing, and just on, and that's it. There are no actual physical brake lights or anything. I want to tell you this also. I tell you the good, the bad, and ugly with all of these things, man. I push this bike so hard. So hard. I'm not a small guy. I'm not like a 6 foot, 190 pound guy. You know what I mean? I'm 5'11" and a half. And I'm 222 pounds as of today, all right? So I'm not a small guy, and this is a fairly small profile bike, and I really, really ran it hard. I put 10 miles on it. It's got 9.9 miles, and I've used 60% of the battery. And I know you're probably thinking, man, that's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice, but you gotta understand, the majority of what I did on this bike today was this. It was playing, jumping over things, riding in the dirt, the mud, the sand, the grass, going up steep hills. It was definitely everything other than what this bike's original intended purpose was, which was probably just commuting, you know, back and forth. So I'm not surprised that I used that much battery, but I think that really goes to show how great of a bike and a battery this thing has. 9.9 miles, 10 miles, 60%, but that was like the worst possible conditions you could have put this bike through. The absolute worst. And even then, you know, you're still looking at getting close to 20 miles out of this bike, being a big guy, doing all kinds of things out here that you would not normally be doing on a bike. So big shout out to EUYBike for sending this amazing bike to me, man. This thing is it's just the most fun that I've had in a long time. And I think as we get further into doing more and more bikes, I'll probably start doing a little more pushing and testing on these things just to really do an endurance test, a durability test on them. I'm having the time of my life. I'm supposed to be out getting groceries right now. I'm not supposed to be out riding a bicycle, jumping over rocks and playing in creeks and rock beds and stuff. I'm supposed to be doing the grocery shopping today. And here I am out riding a bike in the sun. All right, it is hot, it is humid, and I'm having a blast. I highly recommend go check them out. I'll put a link below this video if you're interested. And if they offer you guys any type of a discount or a coupon code, I'll put that down below as well. But honestly, for $1,300 and change, I don't think you're gonna find a bike you're gonna enjoy more than this for the money. This thing is loaded, it's got everything, and it will absolutely do everything you want it to do. You'll be like me, instead of doing grocery shopping, instead of doing your chores, you're gonna be out like a 13-year-old riding your bike. Well, I'd say playing with your friends. I don't have any friends out here. So you'll be riding your bike by yourself, or you get your friends to buy one. You can go riding with your friends and have yourself a blast. I'm gonna get out of here. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.